And I think that would be pretty good if our
funny.
podcast was called the Gay Straight Alliance.
Yeah,
Because it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, when I was watching you talk about...
We're bridging the gap.
Bridging the gap's not bad.
Ooh, that's good too.
BTG. I'm just trying to... trying to think of what it...
Right.
Oh, God. I have to redo the fucking opening animation song.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Gay Straight Alliance.
Good boys. La la la. La la la. Good boys.
Evidence you're no longer on your sober journey.
Drinks of that.
Yeah, I decided to go full Undertaker for this one.
What does that mean?
We do have very
different
reference pools.
POVs. I was thinking of a new name for the podcast.
I don't hate it because we really are stepping on a couple different ones. What's the new idea?
GSA. Do you know what that is?
Good school.
You got that word right. No, you didn't. Sorry.
Great, because if I didn't get the first one right, great scholarly aptitude, because we're both very smart and going to talk about smart people
we
things.
do have great scholarly aptitude, but no, that's not it. But it could be. Well, it's
let me go again.
Okay. GSA.
Generous singing
addicts. Are we addicted to singing, or are we just addicts who happen to sing?
I think we're addicts who just have beautiful voices.
Yeah.
So
we are generous.
Yeah, generous, of course. That really is a
And are we generous in general, or just with our singing voices?
I think with our drugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
As many addicts are.
Yeah, famously.
It was like a club in like high schools across the nation. The GSA stands for Gay Straight Alliance. And I think that would be pretty good if our podcast was called the Gay Straight Alliance. Because it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. When I was watching you talk about...
We're bridging the gap.
Bridging the gap's not bad.
Ooh, that's good too.
BTG. I'm just trying to... trying to think of what it...
Right.
Oh, God. I have to redo the fucking opening animation song.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Gay Straight Alliance.
That could be a reoccurring segment.
A new name for the pod.
Oh, I love that. I'm at the Gay
every
Straight
week
Alliance.
Is a new episode. A new pod.
Yeah. We should actually genuinely think on that, because that is not bad. And there are so many good boys, good kids. Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I'm not married to it.
I'm not married to it. 13 episodes in. Who gives a fuck?
Our 27 YouTube subscribers will be pissed.
28. Thank you. Got another one today. We're famous.
Wow.
Dude.
It's hot in here.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It is.
I don't have my AC in yet.
No, it's okay.
I guess we couldn't even use it when we record anyway.
No, and if you prepped it, it would just make it worse as we felt it get
slowly
slimy.
decline.
The Undertaker was a professional wrestler who wore all black.
Oh.
Also, Undertakers are the people who take
Dig
care
graves.
of bodies, and they dress in all black too.
Okay.
I had so many women when I was single tell me that it was so hot that I looked like a wrestler. And that's how you know that women do not know anything about men's physiques. I do not look like these dudes who've been taking steroids and lifting their face off for a decade and a half. I'm just kind of big with long hair and a beard. Like, I'm not, that's not me downing myself. I am strong. I used to be a strong man kind of thing. Yeah. But, like, I've had multiple women tell me that I looked like I was in the WWE. I was like, you've never actually watched that, have you? You've just read about it.
You've read about the WWE and all of the literature.
Yeah. Because that's really what their fan base is looking for. It's like, I did my
sounded out today. Trees.
Yeah, that's good. Sounded out. He's just trying to teach your kid how to count. All right. What comes after 1, 2,
knockout? Yeah, love that.
Yeah. Can I early on, and I'll be again too revealing. The move I used to have, we'll see. My finisher, we'll call it. Thank you. I
appreciate it.
Was I would pick a girl up to here.
Oh,
standing up. and like her head would be on the ceiling to give, head, and also the guy's about to body slam her. I was like, it kind of works on 2 levels. And she's a second level up.
And you never let them guess your next move. You're like, and that's part of it. It's like the danger element where she's like, at any moment I could be slid to the ground.
And don't you forget it, motherfucker. I don't know if that has to go in. That was always a fun. I get to feel
I
like a
don't see
wrestler
why
now.
not. Everyone should know.
It's a good one if you're a big dude. Picking them up to the second story is not bad.
I definitely saw a video recently of someone picking someone up in that way. And slightly different way. But they were picked up off the ground.
Yeah.
Which I think in the gay world is almost even more amazing. Because
it's a pro's move right there. It lets you broadcast and keep talking without
women are lighter than men.
Yeah.
In most cases, where it's like men have a different center of gravity for like, I can pick up a woman easy, but picking up a guy is hard.
Yeah. Well, yes.
So one of the many ways that the gay community is resilient.
One of the many struggles your people have overcome.
Yes.
The inability to
and come over.
the vertical 69.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's an old.
I don't know why they call it 69ing with straight people.
Huh. I think it's just because how the numbers fit together. Maybe your legs curl up. I don't know. That is a weird one.
Your legs curl up.
Well, like, if you're getting your dick sucked and you're like, they're like heels to your butt. Like, oh, that's so good.
I'm hating this visual.
Yeah, if it gets really
but
good.
In my mind, it's like 69, you're laying kind of sideways.
You're telling me right now that when it gets real good, your heels don't go towards your butt out of excitement? You don't jump up and go yippee?
Yeah, I click my heels 3 times. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, I like the gay straight lines. I thought we should do a gay straight draft, too. I think we should come with things that are traditionally... You come with things that are traditionally straight that you want to draft to be gay, and I have traditionally gay things I want to draft to be straight, and we can decide who has a better starting 5. Who got a better trade.
Let's do it next episode.
We can do it right now, be a little impromptu and see.
Okay. So I'm picking straight things that the gay community would want.
So we can either go that way or things that everyone thinks is straight but is actually
I
want
to plan it out because I think I'd be able to come up with some really
We'll
funny
get into
shit.
the draft board. Okay,
Yeah.
so but are we saying like... am I trying to go stuff that everyone calls gay but's actually straight, or stuff that's gay but straight people will be better at or would like better? Like, what is the... I mean, you know what I mean? What's our little parameters for this? Also, if you have any thoughts, please let me know.
Let us know.
Yeah, we might do a whole episode of...
I think it would be really funny if it things that appear to be one but are actually the other. So if it's straight things that are actually gay and gay things that are actually straight.
Yeah, I think we can do a top 5, top 10 draft.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That'll be next week. I will write that down when I'm editing this.
Also, you're gonna have to tell me how to do a draft because that is straight and it appears straight and it is
Let's
straight.
go stay on that side.
Yeah, that's not one of my picks.
Well, it's not harder with 2 people. But the way to work is you'd get first, I'd get second, third. You'd get fourth, fifth.
So we're just making a list of things.
Yes, but we pick in order. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah. And the thing is, the ones you do it with 3 or 4, because then there's competition. But since we're drafting for different things, we could draft for the same things. We could do a straight list and a gay list and compete.
Yeah, let's do that. Settled.
Decided. This is an alliance being formed right now.
This is the Gay Straight Alliance.
Do you think that that's already a name for something?
And we should look.
We should look. We should probably rename. God, we did so much work on the intro and the title song.
Yeah, I'll redo it.
Whatever. Just restart the fucking everything.
It can still be merch. I love our good boys with our faces in it.
Same.
That would be such a good T-shirt. Should have when
eventually, I would wear it now even.
Right.
Actually, I mean, yeah. Gay Straight Alliance presented by the Good Boys. We just get longer and longer. People are Rashida Jonesing for this merch to come out.
They're Rashida Jonesing for it. Yeah. I was trying to remember what that whole thing was.
Yeah. All right. Wait, you said you had something to talk about because I have one for you too, but you can go.
Portal.
Oh, it's back. Did you finish it?
I'm on Portal 2.
Right. We talked about that last week.
We talked about it on air.
You do not listen to this after they go out. You gonna have something this week? Yeah, the thing from 2 weeks ago. I have that.
Damn it! It's
What
happened
else
to
did
me
that have?
multiple
Oh, Black
times.
Mirror.
Well, I've gotten to a glitch in the game.
Actually?
Actually,
Cool.
not cool.
Okay.
Because I can't get past the level. Because there's like a sequence where it like has to like break. Like I looked it up online where I'm like, I've been trying to solve this level for like 45 minutes and like usually it would never take this long.
Yeah.
And I watched a walkthrough, and in the walkthrough, the level, it's like when everything's starting to like break down and stuff,
Yeah.
the level like breaks in half as you walk into it and half of it comes together. And it never happened on the Switch. And then I looked it up and it's like this, if you don't follow like these exact, the pacing of it, it sometimes skips over it.
So what do you have to do? To restart?
I have to restart at the beginning of the, not the beginning of the game, but the beginning of that.
Like chapter or level or whatever?
Yes, the beginning of the
Are you
chapter.
going to, or is it too far back for you?
I'm probably going to. I want to beat it.
Yeah. It is. That gives me two thoughts. One is it's actually fun to watch people play video games if you're like never going to do it yourself. Right? Like watching a Portal or like listening to a Portal play along is fun.
Yeah.
If I'm never going to pay for it. My favorite ever was Stick of Truth, which was South Park games.
Okay.
They did they had two of them. And there's one I have to do. I want to show you this so bad, but there's a compilation of all these people doing the character creation, which is kind of the first thing after the first beat when you finally get to see yourself. And it's a bunch of black creators being like, "Why can't I choose my race? Why is that not a part of it?" It's the last thing you pick, and it's the difficulty slider. The darker you are, the harder the game is.
Oh my god.
Dude, it is. And you watch these people who they weren't like pissed, but there are some people that are like, "What the, like? Why can't I? I should be able to play whatever." And at the end of it, everyone's just like, "Fuck, oh, that's so good."
That's so good.
Yeah, but like stuff like that is fun to listen along and hear people.
I watch a couple video gamers on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
One of the games they play is like, it's like a shooting one where they have guns and it's army vibes. But the person that you follow on TikTok is like some kind of object that would be in the world.
Oh, right, and they're hunting the person.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love those videos.
Yeah, those are fun, the social ones. I've seen one clip of that where someone gets you're like, "No one's ever gonna believe you," and then shoots themselves, and they're like, "They did it! It's him!" Yeah, those are fun. I walked in today at work to the break room, and it's a crew of like 45 today. We got a half-hour lunch, which kind of sucks, but it was provided, which is cool. Anyway, I walk in, and they are all watching Fail Army on this giant TV, and it really felt like I'd walked into Idiocracy. Oh, his balls! Like,
Oh god.
it was the laugh of it was the part that was like really getting me. It was. I wasn't really laughing at the fail. I love a good Fail Army. I can do it.
Me too.
But to be in a room of almost exclusively dudes
Yeah.
and like to watch them watch it was like, oh god.
Sometimes I get into a little scary part of Instagram where I'm looking up like fatal animal attacks. Do you ever get into stuff like that?
No.
I really like it. I really like brutal car crash videos,
Yeah?
things like that.
Like we could do a heavy segment. We could watch those.
I mean, the animal ones are usually good. I like the ones where the people like get away, but it came really close.
Yeah.
Because it is like, I wonder what it is about human nature. Maybe I'm trying to learn like what I would do or like feel that feeling or something.
Yeah, you're getting 1,000 hours into like
Exactly. Like
the
if a
training.
bear shows up in front of me, what am I gonna fucking do?
Probably fall to your knees and suck his dick, right? I mean, all right, I got my gay joke back.
It's worked for me in the past.
I just subdue him, scratch his belly. He leaves me alone after that usually.
But yeah, and then I watch car crash ones too, but I do not like motorcycle crash because I don't
see
like
the
to see
body.
the body.
Yeah, ragdoll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched those. They weren't like people always talk about you could see ISIS beheading videos. I was like,
Nope.
sure can. Why would I want to?
I would never choose to do such a thing.
Yeah. It gets too far though. One of my roommates love watching Nuzlocke videos, which are when you is that what it's called? I think it's Nuzlocke. It's a Pokemon thing where you go to a part of the game that like is impossible to get out of, let all your Pokemon free, and then try to leave without ever fainting. It's like a challenge and a puzzle version of Pokemon. I was like, why don't you just play a different game? Like, why are you locking this that way?
I don't understand that at all.
You know you can release Pokemon, right? Like in the
I've never
games.
played.
Whoa, really?
I've never played.
Whoa. You know, I used to go to weekly Pokemon card game tournaments before I could read
Whoa.
Have we talked? Yeah,
No.
I was into it. I think there was a thing. So like my mom made decent money. She did. My dad did not.
Shout out to a queen.
Yeah, it's great. She helps me out now. So, my dad was poor as shit. Like I don't know if he graduated high school. I know he didn't go to college, but he when he died was a taxi driver sometimes, a delivery boy. Like, that's so condescending to me. My father, when I was 8, I'm calling him a delivery boy. He drove delivery for a calzone place in Athens, Ohio, not in a hotbed of Italian cuisine, right? But I grew up going on the weekends to his trailer, like in the woods. You know what I mean? Like pretty poor. And I think that Pokemon cards were one of those things that was like, oh, he could buy me a pack. You know what I mean? Like he could still. And then my mom would like buy me a box of packs. I'm like, that's very good, but also kind of shitty.
So shitty. Back.
It's funny because my cousin Jake, who's the same age as me, my mom would like buy me a box of these cards and buy him one pack, and he'd be like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, I used to go to that, and the joke of my family is that I couldn't read, so my mom would have to be like, "No, honey, no, don't do that. Attack and kill him."
You don't want to do that. You want to go for the jugular, sweetie. Make sure to leave bloodstains splattering all the walls.
I can still picture. I got third pretty consistently in these tournaments every weekend, and I can still picture the motherfucking guy
Who got first?
Who was like, no, who got second? The kid who got first was like, his dad ran the thing. You know what I mean? Like he really
Nepo
spent
baby.
time on it. It was a Nepo baby. Pokemon
That's the new Pokemon, Nepo baby.
We're pretty. Nepo baby. Cry. Use attack. Cry.
Use attack privilege.
Nepo baby, we've got the cops here to help you.
Yeah. Nepo baby's using leg up.
Yeah, but I can picture the full-grown man he could have been 22. In my head, he's 47.
Yeah.
Picture him. I hate him. I hate his mole. I hate his yellow T-shirt.
His
he wore every
mole?
week. Yeah, I can fully picture.
Not a Pokemon, real mole.
Oh yeah, his little pet mole. No, it's right here. Anyway, I still begrudge that. Do you have any people from when you were a kid? I'm gonna say fuck you forever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, my 4th grade teacher.
Say more, please.
I have always been a terrible speller. Okay. Terrible. I'm not good at spelling.
Leviosa.
Ironic because I'm a writer and I'm an accomplished writer.
Yeah.
But I'm terrible at spelling. It's never ever made sense to me. Still to this day, I'm terrible at it. It was the last spelling test of the year, and I studied. I was like, I'm getting 100 on this test. I know it. I went in knowing, like, cocky, like, I've got it. I studied my ass off.
4th grade.
She gave me... I think she failed me on this test because I wrote my B's in cursive the wrong way. Every word was spelled correctly.
Well,
she failed me because
it was spelled mostly correctly. The B's weren't there, but you know.
I mean, it's because I went in a full loop and didn't like. I sobbed my eyes out.
Whoa.
Because I was just like, because I had practiced so hard, and I'm like, what a miserable fucking cunt. Because. And I would say this to your goddamn face, Miss Sandra. You're a miserable cunt.
Oh, she went by her first name?
I have no idea.
Miss Sandra.
Sandra does sound like a first name.
She's also Miss Sandrick. She hated men. Miss Sandra hated
She's
you.
A
That's
Miss
what
Sandra.
It was. She was destroying you on purpose. That's what it was. He's going to grow up to be a man piece of shit, just like my ex-husband.
I do. I have so much resentment for her. Because I think generally her and I didn't get along very well. But then this specifically was just like the nail in the coffin. It was one of the last weeks of school. And I'm like, yeah, she really had to knock me down a peg.
You couldn't give
this
me that
child,
yeah.
This child, she's like, oh, he's too confident and cocky about this. And for me to be like crying, being like, I spelled them all correctly. She's like, you did, but the cursive is not right. The cursive? Who writes in fucking cursive?
Yeah, in 4th grade.
In 4th grade, we're doing spelling tests in cursive. Oh my God. I'm still pissed about it.
No, I can see. I love that.
I mean, why would you?
She watches this happy. She's been following you to make sure you don't do well. This misandrist.
I wonder if that's why I became a writer. The spite drove me to it.
Foils.
And guess what? I'll write your obituary.
Oh, she's already.
And I'll spell every word wrong.
Just type the B's backwards. Can you do a 3 right there? I think
they weren't even backwards.
They just weren't done.
They just didn't look like the worksheet.
Yeah.
B.
It's your personality.
I can show it exactly what it was.
Please show
because I still write them the same way to this day.
So you didn't learn.
No, and it probably I was probably like, I'll never write them right ever.
Yeah. My handwriting's so bad. I would never. This is more intimate to me than showing my cock to these
This is
people.
what a cursive bee is supposed to look like.
Sure. I don't know
You
that
can't
that's
see it
ever
at
going to
all.
show up, but I do have
This
a
is
Sharpie
what
in my
I
bag.
write my bees like.
This is your paycheck in front of you?
It's like a loop.
Huh.
Oh yeah, like this. If I'm like A, B, C, there's like a little loop inside.
Again, thing you absolutely will not see.
And it's the difference between that and that.
I mean, not to take the misandrist side on this one. I would love to make a kid cry over that. That sounds awesome.
It sounds terrible. I couldn't imagine a world. Imagine all the people. Sorry, I was just thinking
I
about
have a Beatles fact for
imagining.
you. I don't know if I told you this on pod or not.
Speak on it.
Come Together, the Beatles song,
Right now over me.
was written as a gubernatorial campaign song for Timothy Leary when he's running against Nixon in California. His slogan was "Come together, come to the party." That was his like gubernatorial slogan. And fucking John Lennon wrote "Come Together." That's the best campaign song of all time.
Totally.
But when they're talking about, he got them weird adjectives and nouns that don't make no sense. He's talking about the
Yeah.
LSD king. Isn't that cool?
That makes so much sense. I was listening to the Beatles recently because I was like, I should know some of these songs.
Yeah.
And Let It Be came on, which I'm like, Let It Be. We all know it, blah, blah, blah.
And then
I
actually gave it a
really
shot.
listened to it with headphones in. Single tear streamed down my face.
Oh, a cinematic, like,
Yes. I was like walking through the park on my way somewhere and like, I've listened to that song a million times, but I've never listened to it.
God, I'm turning into the things I've hated my entire life. Such a fucking East Coast like elite kid. You know what I mean? Like, I've listened to Let It Be, but I've never listened to Let It Be. I was walking through the park in my nice headphones and a single tear. Like
That happens to me every other day.
yeah, I know, and I think that it's good that I know what
always-
words I can and can't
and
call
it's-
you, because that is like.
You can't call me a Beatles fan. Yoko Ono was the best Beatle.
Have you heard the take on that?
No.
So there's this great doc on this is the Alliance. We need to be able to,
Don't touch me.
but on their last album together, it went on Apple TV or some shit, Disney Plus maybe. Peter Jackson did it. Took all its archival footage and cut it into 3 like hour-and-a-half things. And
I heard about this.
it was good.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Beatles guy. I'd listened to, they had a number ones compilation that we listened to in my dad's car. So I have like fond
Right.
memories, but I haven't dove. And never once dove.
You never dove.
No. And apparently Yoko was there, and that was really where the whole Yoko tore up the band. It started before that, but like she was everywhere in the recording process. People tried to say she tried to like go in on it and all this. They had just had a miscarriage, dude. So of course his fucking wife. Now
Need support.
yeah, and it's he was a piece of shit to women. Do you know that? Like early in his life, John Lennon and stuff.
Oh.
Like and everyone, and there's this weird thing around them, and it's like you only know that because he later said it and acknowledged it and tried to be better. I'm not saying he was. I'm not a Beatles guy. I can't defend John Lennon posthumously. Maybe he deserved to be shot by the guy who read that book, but
Catcher in the Rye.
yeah, Holden Caulfield.
Yeah, something
I think
like
I
that.
have to know that's a straight white guy. I think I should that should be in the starter pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the
That's
Beatles
interesting. I mean, I will say, as much as I do believe that the miscarriage probably had an effect on it, she's pretty insufferable. There's videos of her just being like the most rage bait, insufferable person possible because she loved it. 'Cause
Yeah.
she loved being annoying.
Yeah, she's a performance artist. If you call yourself a performance
Oh,
artist,
you're so
you
annoying
love
for that.
being annoying.
There's a video of her singing behind John Lennon and this other guy. I forget his name. I'm sorry to that man. And they turn her mic off halfway through the performance because she's making like weird animal noises
Yeah.
or whatever. And they're singing like a great song and they sound incredible. And then she like looks around and she's like mad because they turned her mic off. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I would do it.
There's
I love her to
there's
death
some
for that.
clip where it's a black artist who's huge.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the
It's
one.
like James Brown or Prince.
Yeah.
It's someone who's like I can't remember who, but
Literally a
known for, like,
legend.
their band
Yeah.
fucking rocks. You know.
That's why I'm saying sorry to this man, because I really should know who it is.
I know what you're talking about though. I've only seen the clip, and I just remember.
Yeah.
Because what I remember is John Lennon's in the house. John Lennon, get up here. John starts singing, then Yoko comes. You kind of see him go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and they turn her mic right off.
Bare Naked Ladies wrote a song she loves.
Really?
They have a song on their first album called "Be My Yoko Ono." And it's the lines in there that are great are
someone annoying as possible.
well, it's if I was John and you were Yoko, I would gladly give up musical genius to have you as my very own personal Venus.
Yeah.
There's I know when I say this, I might be stepping on pins and needles, but I don't like all these people slagging her for breaking up the Beatles. Because if I was John and you were Yoko, I would. And
That's kind of romantic.
It's a love song.
Yeah.
It's in the chorus is you can be my Yoko Ono. Whoa, whoa. You can follow me wherever I go. And at one point they do it and they say,
wait, am I going to be a fan of the Bare Naked
You are.
Ladies?
It's really going to be awesome for me. I'm out here proselytizing the good word.
That's hilarious.
Oh, and they have a part where they say, well, Yoko sings, oh, yeah, and like do one of her things. They met Julian. And he's like, yeah, my mom loves that song. And sent them clips for the music video.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And then shout out to a queen, because that's an awesome thing to
just own it and be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You don't
It's
have to
hilarious.
like me. He did. I liked him.
Yeah. My other thing I had to talk about.
Yeah.
I watched a movie the other night.
Okay.
Ma. Have you seen it?
No. The weight you gave that was
Gay people?
Ma.
Gay people are going to know. It deserves the weight.
Okay.
It's like it's one of those, I don't know, gay people sometimes just like things.
Yeah. It's actually one of the things I admire about your community.
They just
you
like
just decide
stuff.
to be like, okay, this is us.
This is us.
The TV
and this
show,
was definitely a
the
little...
critically acclaimed TV show is actually that because of gay people have gone, you know what? This is us.
That's us. Ma is Octavia Spencer. You're familiar?
Maybe. Say more.
She was in The Help.
Never saw that.
Let me show you a picture. You'll know her face.
You piece of shit.
Did I do it right?
I show you a pro's move for both broadcast and social situations, and I get perp blown in my face. Yeah, okay, yes, I 100% know who that is.
Okay, Octavia Spencer. And I'm just going to walk you through the plot.
Okay, please.
Much like Black Mirror.
But you just know I don't know anything about this one.
Yeah. So it's this girl's starting school in a new high school. And she makes these kind of badass rebel friends on her first day. And they convince her to go out in a van with them after school because they're trying to buy booze. They're seniors in high school.
This was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'm only describing what's in the trailer because I saw the trailer but I haven't seen the movie or know anything about it. So keep going. But
so then they're trying to get people to buy them booze and no one will until Octavia Spencer walks by. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. And then she's like, well, I guess I remember when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll do it for you.
I used to do that. Did you buy beer for underage kids?
I've never bought it for underage kids, no. I bought it as an underage kid.
You're a fucking narc, dude. That is such a dickhead. You didn't have 20-year-old friends when you were 21?
Oh, sure.
No, I didn't mean you didn't hang in front of 7-Elevens and wait for 15-year-olds to come ask for beer?
Right. I'm like, this is an adult woman and these are high schoolers in college or whatever. Totally.
That's what I meant. That was the best part about 21. It was not that you could buy beers, that your friends still couldn't.
And okay. So then she's slowly gets convinced and buys them some stuff and is like, oh, you kids, whatever. Cut to her in her bed looking them all up on Facebook. She's stalking them online. And then buys them booze another time and it's I'm scared to do the handoff outside. I want to keep my job. What if people see? How about you follow me in your car and we'll do the handoff down the street?
Okay.
Drives them to her house.
Oh, God.
And she's like, I'd hate to see... Oh, I missed a whole part. She calls the cops on them after the first time.
To get their party shut down?
Yes. Okay. And she's like, I heard the police are out by this place more and more often. Maybe you guys just want to drink in my basement. And I'd be glad to know that you're not, putting yourself in harm's way.
That's so good.
And
for a stranger to say that to me, I'd be like, "You're the harm. I'm not staying here."
And there's so many horror movies, and I guess this is always the case where I'm like, I would never, in my most desperate, darkest hour, ever do this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, actually, you can just keep the booze. We're going to go home and never see you again.
I'm actually going to, for sure, tell my parents about all of this. So I would, if I were you, I would leave.
And it's interesting because this is like the first hurdle, because then things get weirder and weirder and weirder. I think once we're already in, so then she's like throwing high school parties in her basement and like bringing people snacks and all of this sort of thing as an adult
where
woman.
Is it set, by the way?
Some rural place.
I mean, rural place, party at a full-grown black woman's house. I'm going to be honest, we probably would have gone.
Right.
Probably been like, all right, I got to see what's going on here.
Or, yeah, I wouldn't have been one of the first kids, but if it was like, oh, everyone goes to this party, then I might go. If it's like, oh, we've done it 3 weeks in a row, everyone goes on a Saturday night.
I haven't been invited yet.
Well, I wouldn't have been invited yet, and that's okay.
I might not have either.
So then the whole B plot is that when Octavia Spencer was in high school, she knows all of these kids' parents.
Yeah, you could see that.
Yes, and she was in high school, and the drama that has scarred her for life is that
Please be nothing. Please be nothing.
the popular kid who she had a crush on was like leading her on, and he was like, meet me in the janitor's closet. Oh my God. But we can't see each other in real life. And then they would meet in the janitor's closet and she would suck his dick. Cut to the big reveal of her trauma. She walks out of the janitor's closet one day and the entire school is standing outside. And it opens the door and it's not her crush whose dick she's just sucked. Yeah. She's been sucking off every guy at school and the whole school knows about it.
Oh my God.
That is trauma.
Yeah, that's real. I'd kill her kids for that.
Exactly. I'm on Ma's side.
That's awesome.
I'm truly like, that's the most tragic, fucked up, manipulative thing that could ever happen to anybody.
To give credit where credit's due, this kid's kept a secret for a while. You can't suck that many dicks a week. Like, how many kids went to this school?
Also, become a sex worker. You've gained real life experience.
Yeah. Put that on your resume.
That was the
How many dicks have a girl your age normally suck?
Exactly. Use your powers for good.
That's amazing. And because there's a thing too. No chick at that school heard about it, or they did, and they're like, yeah, fuck her for no real reason.
Right. Everyone just hates her for some reason. And then another beach.
She didn't notice the dicks were like
different in any way.
I've touched maybe 3 dicks in my life.
Okay.
Maybe. And I
including
think I'm another different.
Yours.
Mine, yeah.
And who are the other 2?
I would assume I touched my cousins as a kid, like when we were like taking baths together. And dude, I don't know if this is going on the pod, but it'd be funny to leave it there. But
good boy. Case for the lights.
That's actually no. Do you know Gay Chicken?
Oh, you've told me about this.
Have I?
Yeah, because it's something that only straight people would do. Yeah. That's going in my bracket.
Gay Chicken is going in the
Gay Chicken.
Yeah. That's just the new pickup move. Hey, do you want to play Gay Chicken? I had to do the voice. I had no other way to do it. But no,
Sorry. Oh, okay.
We're good.
I thought I loved it. And I just
it's gay. Sure. Gay Chicken's also funny. The funny way to do it is when there's a guy who does it who's really not about it. I never like initiate gay shit or like, you know what I mean? I'm never going to be like getting too close. But if there's one guy who's willing to do it, I'm like, I'm going to make you miserable because I'm comfortable in myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to bend you to my will over,
Okay.
And it was.
I think you just turned on a lot of like sub-gay listeners.
Perfect. Any reason to get them to come to my shows.
Yeah.
But long and the short of it was just I found out like my friend was about to graduate college. I had a year and a half left, and I just found out he was uncircumcised. I was like, I've never seen an uncircumcised dick. I just never have. And I was like, yours isn't. You're cut. You aren't Jewish. Like I'm just being obnoxious as we're drunk at this house party.
Jewish people are famously cut.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You're not Muslim. That's what it should have
Right.
been. But it was.
Latinx. Your favorite word.
It's so funny how right I am, and I've been vindicated by so many since you brought that up. It's so nice.
I think it's just like people use it in the theater, so it's just been in my lexicon.
Which I totally understand. But it was because when you said it the first time, I'm going to push back, and then when we get off an episode, I'm going to be like,
I do that to
I'll think about
fellow white people about African American.
They're black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying Latinos say that. You know what I mean? They say.
Right.
Well, anyway, it turned from I'd never seen a circumcised dick to I'd never touched one, so I held it while he peed. It was a crazy experience.
Work.
Completely divorced of any sexuality, obviously.
Sure.
But like kind of gay.
That's why we're smirking and blushing. I definitely one of the first. I don't know if this will make it to the pod. I don't know. Who cares?
Who's gonna comb through this in 15 years? You know?
Right.
I mean, they did do the Rogan like N-word sweep, and everyone knew about that. No one's gonna go and be like, "Hey, what's the kind of personal gay stuff these guys said?"
Right. And honestly, like, I hope they all know. I'm not ashamed.
I'm a little ashamed. That's
You should be.
to hold a dick while it pees. Just to be. Also, I think there's something of like, this feels like something I would never ever experience except right now.
I was on this like soiree with a young man.
I might take the word soiree in my draft.
When I first moved to New York, and we were at the Chelsea Piers, and we were like making out, and then he like grabbed my hand and kind of like let it down his pants.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it was crazy because we were in public. I didn't know gay people just did that.
You were new to the city. You're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm Baltimore gay. I'm New York City gay.
So then my
yeah.
hand's down his pants, and I'm feeling around, and I was like, what's happening down here? Like, you know how when divers go underwater, like they can't tell which way's up and down? And it like clicked for me a couple seconds in where I was like, oh, it's an uncut penis.
I'm getting it in the original packaging. I've never got to try one of those before.
Well, it was just like, yeah, like the first, I guess you wouldn't think it would be that different, but it was just like skin all the way up. And then it was just like, where does it even start? Especially because my visuals weren't on it, because it was in my hand was
But
in
I feel
his.
you're just like,
I'm just like
What?
feeling around, like
Yeah.
what's going on down here, like a gay detective. What do we got there? Knives Out. Did you ever see that?
Knives Out's not bad. Like, just to call it that. The gay detective would be Knives Out.
Oh, there's
Sorry.
a
Yeah, I've seen it.
in the second one. There's a gay detective who's Southern.
Who?
Is he in the first one too?
He's the main character in both.
Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah. With Hugh Grant, or one really famous British actor my mom loves from rom-coms, like Bridget Jones.
Okay.
Well.
And he's like, I thought in the beginning he was doing this accent as a joke.
No, it's so
and then
fun
it's
to
like,
do.
yeah.
Little Benoit Blanc.
I love that because he's gay for no reason.
Yeah, and that's how gay characters should be. Gay for no
I
reason.
agree. Gay for no reason.
It's good merch, too.
Hashtag gay for no reason.
That would fucking eat on a crop top.
Gay for no reason.
It would eat, dude.
It
That
would
would be
really
awesome.
good. I used to be obsessed. First of all, we've talked about the Lonely Island on this podcast at length, but there was a sketch, or is it in an actual Lonely Island thing, with Andy Samberg and Jason Sudeikis go to a bar as friends, and they have matching shirts. One says not, and the other one says gay.
No, I haven't seen it.
And then Jason Sudeikis, who has not, goes to the bathroom. And so Andy Samberg's just sitting there in a crop top that says gay on it. And like everyone at the bar is like turning around.
No, that's good.
But that's a similar vein, gay for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Ma.
Yeah.
So things get weirder and weirder. She's getting more and more obsessed with the kids, now interacting with the parents in different ways.
Do they recognize her? The parents?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in years type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Even though she's like a veterinarian at the town.
She's the reclusive veterinarian. Remember that girl who sucked all our dicks? She lives up in the mountaintop treating animals.
Yeah. Anyway, long story short, we actually get to the climax of this movie because we know she's crazy and like, but she fucking snaps and locks all the kids in her basement in chains and goes around to the one girl who like talked too much. She sews her lips and we see the whole thing.
Jesus, that's a turn.
I know. And I was living for it because I was like, I didn't think the movie would have the balls to go here with it, where it's like all these high schoolers are in chains in the basement and Octavia Spencer is going around with a sewing needle sewing this girl's lips. And the like black kid in the friend group, she takes white paint and paints his whole body white.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. And then the most tea moment of the whole thing is the kid that she has a crush on, because she had a crush on his dad. Her dad was like the main perpetrator.
Yeah. Wait, his dad was another boy. The dad had a son.
The dad had a son.
Okay.
She's like has had a crush on him the whole time. Octavia Spencer, grown woman. That's like on the news where it's like blah 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 blah. Octavia Spencer, grown woman. So at the end, he's like trying to figure out a way to get out of the whole thing, and he's like, "I love you" or whatever, and she's like, "Really?" And like he stands up, and she like lets him out of the thing, and she's like, "I love you," blah blah blah. And goes in and makes out with Octavia Spencer in this movie.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. After they get finished making out, Octavia Spencer stabs him in the chest.
What?
And he falls to the ground and she goes, "Fucking liar." You should watch it.
That's sick as fuck.
It was so sick because the movie got really clowned on of like it's dumb, it's campy. And a lot of it is, to be fair, like I wouldn't say it's the best movie. It's not like a film. It's certainly not a film.
But it delivers.
But it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It delivered.
That's
it really
cool.
did. It went there. I didn't know if it was going to.
I got one for you like that.
Speak
Have
on
we
it.
talked about Black Snake Moan more than once? How I made you listen to it?
I'm not sure.
Dude.
What is
all
it?
right. Black Snake Moan. You've definitely seen the meme of Samuel L. Jackson, like it's an old man with the wife beater like staring out. You know what I'm talking about? It's from this movie. Oh my God, dude. Can I spoil this 20-year-old movie?
Yeah.
Ghosts. Me and one of my best friends back home, whenever we always called them Bender days, where it's a day that we knew we'd both have off, that we could just start drinking, like open a beer when we wake up. We're going to watch Black Snake Moan and then do other shit. But like that's first and we're going to be hammered.
Hell yeah.
It's set in the South. Samuel L. Jackson's wife is leaving him. An older man, she's younger than him. She's, hot kind of, she's leaving him. Turns out she's leaving him for his brother. And like, he basically is like, he's a farmer, right? They're poor. She's like, I'm not ready to grow old in that building. That dusty ass radiator goes, kept us warm for 22 years. She goes, well, I ain't ready to die there yet. And she's getting out, right? And we cut to, it's Justin Timberlake and Nicole Richie. Is that her name?
Uh-huh.
They're a couple. And Justin Timberlake is about to leave for the army. And they're having sex. They like fuck, like really go for it.
Sure.
And she don't want to believe, she's crying. She's trying to get him to go. He gets anxious, throws up in the toilet. So he goes, right? And immediately you find out she's got like some sort of sex addiction.
Okay.
Right? Where she's like going to the party, like you get to see some great biddies in it, like playing naked football, like taking all these drugs because Ronnie left. That's Justin Timberlake's character, right? She's like, his best friend's like, where's that? Ronnie's gone for three hours and you're going to go fuck him. He don't care about me. It's like the Southern, right? She's trying to get fucked and she does, and she's drugged out of her mind, and the best friend goes to drive her home and like halfway through decides he wants to fuck her. Yeah, it gets real. I'll be honest about the movie. It starts on a real rapey energy.
Yeah.
It does not stay there at all.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's not. And so he tries to, and she laughs at him in her like drugged out stupor. And so he beats on her, throws her out of the truck, and keep like in a moment of rage, throws her out, right? And she's passed out. And Samuel L. Jackson comes out and finds her and brings her into his little cabin. It's now kind of like trying to resuscitate her. She's fucking knocked out cold, right?
Yeah.
Goes, gets her some medicine. He's flirting with this cute older black woman who's actually in a bunch of stuff too. But she's the pharmacist, flirting with her, trying to find out her deal, and it turns out she's a huge slut. Like, I mean, she goes and gets turned out by the local drug dealer every time Ronnie would go out. Like, she's got real sex addiction.
Yeah.
And so he, in some twisted up fucking weird thing, chains her to the radiator. And he is preaching at her. It is not he wants to fuck her. It is I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
Like you got the sickness is what he tells her. You got that black snake moan, I think, as a little, because that's an old song too, an old blues song. But yeah, so he helps her. He basically breaks her of her like fever in a way, right? Gets her in a cold thing, keeps her locked up for a while though. It's like, I'm not letting you go.
Right, and that's also weird.
It's very weird. And it turns kind of paternal and like this stuff. She ends up confronting her mom because you find out what the thing is. She was raped by a stepdad.
Sure.
Repeatedly, and she like freaks out at her mom. And Justin Timberlake gets bounced from the military because he's got anxiety. That's what the puke was. And he's back just as also she fucks like a 13-year-old black dude who like comes to get some squash from Samuel L. Jackson and has sex with him.
Squash from her.
Yeah, gets her squash. Ends up having dinner with the kid, with Samuel L. Jackson, and their preacher, who they call.
He puts his gourd in her squash.
I don't want to go further down that. But like, and then she kind of like comes out of it, realizing like, this is bad stuff. And so he's like, there's no fighting it. You and me we're night folks, so let's go. And he goes and plays blues guitar at this fucking bar, and he crushes. People are dancing, and then you see Justin Timberlake fucking watching from the shadows, right? Because he thinks she's cheating on him
with him, and
his best friend is like that. Oh, I forgot three great things. I know the whole fucking movie, like quotable. One is there's a fatter woman who's trying to flirt with Samuel L. Jackson, and at the bar early on, and she's like, why don't you ever come here picking on them strings no more? He goes, I don't really play. She goes, well, me and my girlfriend used to talk about how hard your fingers get from picking on them strings. And he goes, they hard from picking beans, not from picking strings. She goes, well, they still hard. She goes, how you like these blue snake skin boots? He goes, they from New York. He goes, they got blue snakes up there in New York. Like just dumb shit,
That's good though.
It's a good line. But then Justin Timberlake's back. Best friend is telling him, yeah, of course Ray in here. Where do you think she goes? And they're in the apartment. He goes and gives himself some liquor and stuff. And he goes, man, the second you're out of town, she's getting dipped by any wick she can. Don't you think it's funny how I know where everything in your apartment is? Like, lays it in his face, right? Justin Timberlake goes, sees him dancing. Next morning, I think
so
she's
rude.
Yeah, it's crazy. But he's playing guitar and they're hanging.
If I was Justin Timberlake, I would have been like, that's rude.
We're not friends anymore, dude.
Apologize.
But they're singing the next day, the two of them. This little light of mine, he's getting her to sing, trying to like get her out of her shell. Right? He's gotten her out of the radiator, but she's still trying to make her like a full person kind of thing. And it's very cute. And then the camera pans, and Justin Timberlake is coming up with the gun behind Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, dude. And goes to fucking, starts yelling at him like, you're cheating, all this stuff. And he goes, I'm not out of town for 3 days. I come back and you're some N-words whore. Justin Timberlake fucking says it, dude.
Work.
Full all the way through work to that. But that's a big shock when Justin Timberlake says the N-word like harshly.
That's crazy.
And he goes, he's got his gun pointed at him and she's whatever. Samuel Jackson gets between them. Is like, don't, them guns are for shooting people, boy. You don't want to get in those out. You don't mean nothing. But he goes, how about this? Don't you fucking call me boy. I'll kill you. You won't call me boy then. And she goes, boy, put that thing down. I'm basically telling you my favorite quotable moments and do a great job of the plot. But I've watched that movie 40, 50 times. And the last time we went, just to see Justin Timberlake say the N-word is kind of worth the price of admission. Like, that's crazy to see with his brand.
Crazy.
But he, my buddy and I, last time we did this, he's married now back in Ohio. And the new trend is that, and we've added "Oh Brother, We're Out There" right after, because it's a very similar, fun accent to quote. And his wife's like, "Yeah, I'll get home like 3 hours after you get here, so I'll come hang out with you guys." And we're like, "You don't want to do that. We're happy for you to come here, but it's going to be a lot. You're going to be 3 hours late to us just drinking and quoting movies we've seen 100 times."
She's like, I'm on my way, and don't worry, I'm not getting railed by my drug dealer.
I want to tell you the best line that she says in that, because someone just cooks her ass, goes, this is for sure getting cut. Right. Anyway, it's a lot of language like that. I cannot.
Sure. I get the vibe.
Yeah. It's like
trash
you're just
people doing trash things.
And you're just watching it. I'm watching it, eating it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice.
that's my also Octavia Spencer fucks a kid. Like Nicole Richie also fucks a kid.
Yeah. There we go. I mean, Octavia Spencer, to be fair, just kisses him, and he kisses her first.
Oh, so she's
She
that's-
just stabs
that would
him
hold
to
up in a
death.
court of law. Yeah, that'd be fine. I've got something that's been annoying the absolute hell out of me.
How would that work? Like, if a kid came up and tried to kiss me on the mouth, I guess I would just have to, like, bat him away. Which, of course, I would.
Of course he would, unless he'd spent years grooming him. Then maybe.
Then it's different.
Right, of course. You're not gonna what? Catch and release?
I
No.
mean, I do drag now, so I have to start grooming.
Yeah, start. Yeah, what if
So
what
weird.
legal defense is that? Your Honor, he kissed me. Your Honor.
I wasn't even into it. He was kissing me.
Oh my God. It was so
God, it's
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
Stop bringing it up.
Your Honor, stop.
Seriously, his parents are right there.
Your Honor, you've never done anything wrong. I'm going to ask every judge if I ever go in front of the court that.
But I want to ask cops how they'd get away with murder. I think it'd be fun. Have I told you that? Go up to them, ask them. Then when they tell you the answer, be like, hey, I want to see if a cop could disprove mine. Be like, I think I'd apply to be a police officer and then do it in broad daylight. Think I get away with it?
You had two things you wanted to say.
The big one is, so I'm doing more.
You're pregnant.
It's ours.
I'm also pregnant. You touched my belly.
That's how it works. That's how it works, right? For
I'm
boys?
growing the feet and pelvis. You're growing the head
I'm
and
going
arms
waist
and shoulders.
Up. We want them to have real
That's
weird
disgusting.
proportions to be just me on your legs. Well, I'm doing better on my steps, and I'm losing a little bit of weight. Not actively trying, but I'm just doing more. The beers aren't in the plan, but I'm gonna get drunk tonight because I'm off for the first time in forever.
Hell yeah.
But I have a weight vest, and I've always had a weight vest from running, and they say it's really good as you lose weight. And I did this once, and it actually helped for like 8 months. Keep the amount of weight you lost in that weight vest and walk around with it.
Smart.
Because you'll keep your calories burning, and you'll go, God, I don't want to walk around like that again. Right? There's the twofold. But it's like, I've known that. I had it since high school because it's a good weight loss. It like 2 to 3 times as many calories if you walk with weights on. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. So I've been looking into it because I saw some stuff about it. And it's Gentleman Quarterly, GQ Magazine of 2024, named the exercise of 2024, rucking, which is walking
That's
around.
when Scooby-Doo fucks.
Rucking? Ruh-roh, I'm going to rust.
The exercise of 2024 is rucking.
Roma?
You think he fucks Velma?
I think that's the most likely of them, right?
Really?
Do you not?
Shaggy.
Sure. I thought that felt too down the middle. That feels like they're bros and we don't have to.
Okay.
You know what I
Bros
mean?
can sometimes be something more.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, you held a guy's penis as he peed.
That's just bro stuff, dude.
Okay, but did you ever eat sandwiches with him, much like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy?
But they called it rucking, and I'm like, motherfucker, it's backpacking. Shut up. That's what it is. You put a backpack on, you put weight in it, you walk. Rucking is what the Army calls it. Yeah. It's this
That's
fucking...
rucking ridiculous.
Ruck you, dude.
Ruck you.
Just call it back. I was like, Jonathan, you are not a tier 1 operator, okay? You're
Right.
backpacking. If you can do it in sandals, you're not rucking, all right? You are fucking backpacking. You have a hiking stick and you're high right now. I just like the tier 1ification of all this stuff.
Yeah.
The operator, like, I got my tactical girdle for when I shoot my guns. Like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, publications are not to be trusted. Ever since John Krasinski was the sexiest man alive.
That was nuts.
Oh, and what's his name? Blake Shelton.
I actually,
Prove he's alive.
I could have seen,
You
I could have
can't.
seen Blake Shelton
That's
as your
a
type.
corpse. What?
I could have seen, I think I could have seen that, really.
I mean, yeah, but my type isn't the sexiest man alive.
He's got the high beams. You got to give him that, right?
High beams.
The eyes, got nice eyes. Got the high beams.
Okay.
Do you not agree?
Let me look at a picture of Blake Shelton.
You're completely converted. Oh my God, yeah, he's so fucking sexy.
Let's look at Blake Shelton.
The Florida Georgia line shirt. That's obvious, right?
Right.
Could go towards the country. Older guy, also your type. Kind of grizzled, distinguished, baritone-y. That's not a flattering picture. His forehead is massive in that. Stop trying to show them things.
Sexiest man alive. Girl, there's 17 in Home Depot who look just like him right now, and in fact are hotter.
He has 2 songs you should listen to. One is called Old Red, and you will hate it, and I will love that for you.
Sexiest man alive. Him?
He's better in moody lighting. He's a moody old drunk. These are all bad.
The sexiest man alive should be sexy in any lighting.
Disagree. It's all in the eye. I don't know, dude. Who cares what those things say?
You do.
Be there one day.
You ruckin' care.
Ruck you. No, I don't. He has a song called Austin. Have you heard that?
No.
I'll send it to you. Great. He was like in the 90s. He was a really good country singer. Now is he still married to Gwen Stefani?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Christians, Catholics, in fact.
Dude, this wave of Catholic converts gotta stop.
It's so weird.
Gotta stop. It's the thing is they've been saying this on some lefty stuff. That's going away, right? Because Catholicism is on the way down, and also real Catholics hate all of them. Hate J.D. Vance. Hate all these. It'll be. You can blow that way. No one will even notice if you want to.
That was actually just a yawn.
Oh, really?
I worked all day. I'm tired.
But it's they're gonna be like Sunni Muslim or Latter-day Saints in the next 15 years. All these people that are Catholic right now, because it's just another way to be anti-woman.
Right. I mean, Gwen Stefani is really a troubling case.
She's a weird one because she started out very coded anti-authority, very coded counterculture.
Yes.
I don't know much about the history of that, but that I think you could probably smell that. I hate to give Courtney Love any flowers at all, but she was kind of called that, I think.
Really?
Holla Back Girl is a reaction to that's something Courtney Love called her disparagingly. So I'm not a cheerleader. I'm not some Holla Back Girl.
Oh.
And that's when she did that and did the music video for it.
Interesting. Yeah, I hate Courtney Love, but I kind of like her.
Yeah, she's a very Yoko. When you're saying she's very Yoko.
She kind of is.
You know who's sorry.
No, go ahead.
The most Yoko of all, though? Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Drummer from Nirvana, lead singer of Foo Fighters.
Oh.
You better not be talented in his band or he will have you killed by drugs.
You think he had him killed?
So he died, and then Foo Fighters' drummer's name was Taylor Hawkins. Foo Fighters. But Taylor Hawkins was the drummer. He's the only other person who had any kind of buzz in Foo Fighters. He was the drummer, and he's amazing. He's a bunch of stuff. Killed himself because he overdosed. So, if you're talented in a band with Dave Grohl, it's on, motherfucker. There is a crosshair on your head.
I listened to a crazy podcast episode. I got into conspiracy theories for a moment because I'm really into cults.
Yeah, same.
And they're they ride a similar wave. But okay, so they did a whole Kurt Cobain killing himself conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And they did like 3 different theories, and at the end they usually go like, what's most likely? And almost every time they go, most likely is that he just killed himself, or whatever conspiracy. Most likely JFK was just assassinated. And this one, the last one that they did was about how like Courtney Love might have had something to do with it in like these ways, and like listed all of these like specific details and like timestamps of like she left the airport at this time and he left this place at this time. Like it was like could not have been more like lines across like that were all lining up and making so much sense.
Yeah.
And then they were like, but most likely he just killed himself. And I was like, did you listen to the episode? She did it, bro. Right? She did it. She left the airport and got in the car at this time, and he did this at this time.
Do you know you just gave yourself a good draft pick for next week, bro? You hit a bro really good right there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. The pride you have at that is so funny.
I dabble in bro.
You sure do dabble in bro.
In and out and in and out.
In and out. All right, so Gay Straight Alliance.
Okay, that made me think I tried to write a rap verse the other day at work.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hell yeah, you did.
Because I was like listening.
Oh, my other thing.
Well, wait, sweetie, wait.
Yeah, this dead air is good. We should make sure that it's
I wrote it down.
Not happening while you look instead of me saying my thing that'll be over really quick.
But I want to be able to listen. Where is this? I tried to write a rap verse because of listening to some rap on the way to work and was just like, this is like the dirtiest, like it's all so dirty that I'm like, maybe I can try to write the dirtiest rap possible for me. So what I ended up with, if I can fucking find it. Oh, here it is. I'm imagining Don't Stop Believin' gets turned into like a trap beat.
Okay.
It's very Aisha erotica coded.
You're starting to say more things I don't know.
She's a rapper who does like disgustingly graphic rap verses. Can I read it to you?
Yeah.
So imagine it's like, just a small town girl. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
You know, something like that. So gonna slurp on that thing till it busts with semen. He moans with you, but with me he's screaming. So much cum you would think that he's peeing. Take him on a journey so he won't stop believing. Just a small town bitch. Flip him on his back and scratch the itch. Capitalist bussy gonna eat the rich. Katy Perry with the tongue going swish swish bish. Just a city hoe. Put it in soft and feel it grow. Feeling kind of freaky,
Jesus
I might
Christ.
stick in a toe. Pushing on his prostate while he's calling me bro. Come on.
All right.
Give it up. Gay straight
I know,
alliance.
good.
Ooh, maybe that's the thing.
It's not bad.
We are farmers. That's just what that was.
Yeah.
So that's what I wrote while I was sitting at work the other day.
Trying to just get any
In the
amount of
booth.
time to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like my coworker like walked in and I like put my phone.
Gay porn. It's not. It's porn. I'm watching porn at work. It's less embarrassing.
Please, it's porn. I promise.
Look.
I wasn't writing a rap verse.
Ugh.
I think my favorite line is so much cum you would think that he's peeing. That's the most disgusting thing I can imagine.
I don't eat all that.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew. Okay, what's your
I think
thing?
that's good. I can do my thing. I did a building meal. I tell you I was going to do that?
Oh, yeah.
We were like 1 to 3 is what it said on the poster. 2:15, nobody's come.
Oh.
So we put everything away. 2:35, people came.
Wow.
Our neighbors next door, who we found out are Bengali.
Okay.
I'm not going to say their names, but it was him, his 2-year-old son, and his brother.
Oh, my God.
You would think, oh my God, cute. And he was. Great pictures of him playing with stuff in the apartment. You know what I mean? Also, 2-year-old with a binky who, like, anytime I smile at him, smiles, but doesn't take the binky out. You know what I'm saying? He liked me a lot. I get along with kids pretty well.
Sure.
Have to for my predilections. But grinding them up and eating their bones for bread. Right. But it was
You're
fun.
on that fee-fi foam
Fee
type
foam.
shit.
Yeah, I'm on the fee-fi foam.
Fee-fi foam.
I'm not VFG.
Hi, can I get a large cold brew with fee-fi foam?
Well, it was fun. It was cool. I had to leave.
I can pay you. I have a goose that lays golden eggs.
Here's these magic beans. Would you consider trading for those? And I had to leave early, so I didn't get to hear this.
Oh, you need a name? Jack. That wasn't that funny.
When I left,
But I'm glad we went there.
yeah,
it is
we
good,
you
lived
know?
in that.
Yeah, it's like important.
Yeah,
you don't just give
it
it
is.
space.
So what happened?
My roommate asked him, what is your wife coming over? He goes, oh no, like no. He goes, well, how'd you guys meet? He goes, oh, in Bangladesh it's arranged. There's no marriage there. I was like, jeez, or no, I'm sorry. In Bangladesh it's arranged. There's no love there.
Yeah.
About his wife with his two. Now, I think that means they didn't love each other first, so the
Right.
story isn't great of how they
Right.
met. But just to be so matter of fact about it, and then I find out that he's got him, his 2-year-old, his wife, his cousin, and his other cousin. And one of them's going to school, two of them are working, you know what I mean? But in a 1-bedroom.
Huh.
That shares a wall with mine.
Wow.
Which I know because I've heard his kid crying. And I'm weirdly less sympathetic now that I've seen him walk. You know what I mean? I don't care as much.
Yeah.
But, we have those guitars up on my wall and stuff. And one of the first things he asked is, who's the singer? I was like, oh, this is fucking embarrassing. He has heard me so much. Because I go to my room to not annoy my roommates. And I
Right.
share a wall with him.
With him.
Yeah, so he's like, it was good. I was like, I don't want you to have an opinion on it. I actually wish you didn't hear me.
Totally.
But it was pretty cool. It was, it was just the bros hanging out. New
Yeah.
Bengali bros. They
That's
showed
awesome.
us They showed us the most famous Bengali guitar player, and he's basically just doing pentatonic scales. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
It was sick as fuck, dressed like Santana and crushing it.
You know, these moments are important for community building. I feel often that I live in this neighborhood, but I'm so detached from it. But we talked about when I ordered a taco in Spanish.
Yeah.
Huge. But the other
Big for
day,
the community.
there's this lady at the bodega/bakery right by me who does not like me. She's like an older Latina woman. But I think the other day,
Just picture him being like,
it is like,
gay.
maybe.
Like,
But yeah, when I walk in, she's very like dismissive and like hardly looks at me and takes my money and whatever.
that's great.
But yeah, the other day I walked in and she slipped up because she said hola, and I was like, hola, ¿cómo está? He just snatched her
check.
wig. Right, exactly. And she was like, bien too, whatever. And we had like the simplest little thing, and I paid for my thing, and because she said, and that's what made me nervous too, is she said the number. I mean, I could see it on the screen, but when she said it in Spanish, I was like, what is that number? Whatever. I just gave her like a $20 bill. I had smaller change.
But you just needed to wow her so you can get out there on a high note.
Well, yeah. Well, she just said the number, and I was like, I don't know what that number is. I know I have a 20, and this is only toilet paper. But anyway, she like said like have a good day or something like that, just in a way where I was like, you would have never said that to me if I didn't answer you in Spanish.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it's small win.
Can you get me my gay vocab up so I can do that if I'm in an environment?
Sure. Okay, let's role play.
I'm not role playing with you in your bedroom.
Shut up. You'll fart on my bed, but you won't role play with me.
Yeah, actually 100%. I'd hold it while you peed, but I don't think I would do anything more than that.
Okay. So you go into a gay club and you're trying to get a drink at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, could I get a double whiskey on the rocks?
A what?
Can I
Wait, are you straight? Everybody, there's a straight person in here. Get him! Okay, so that could be avoided if you said,
Hey, can I get a Cosmo?
say, hey, mama, can I get, I don't know, a strawberry daiquiri, boots down. Let's try again.
Let's try again.
Yeah.
Hey, mama. Can I get a strawberry daiquiri, boots down?
Yes, queen. Hands you a double whiskey.
Doesn't even make me pay.
I will say,
on the house.
I mean, it's famous for gay places that make their drinks way more alcoholic than other places.
I might start going. I didn't know that.
It's true. It's so true. There's lots of memes about it online where it's like, can I have a vodka soda? And it's like, shh. Yeah.
It's the dream.
It was a weekend I went to Metropolitan. That's the gay bar in Williamsburg.
The gay bar in Williamsburg. Got it.
It's one of two.
Oh, really? I would have expected a lot more.
I
than
mean, there are more, but those are like the
that.
two.
Yeah, okay. The Touchstones.
The two like
That would be a good name for a gay bar. The Touchstone.
Touchstones.
Or the Touchstones.
I like that.
It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Cool. Or like a double act, like a band or something.
Yeah. I think they're not like the only two gay bars, but they're like the gay bars. There are other like queer spaces.
But
these
gay
are the
men
gays.
are going there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was there for one of their backyard
It's
parties.
so awesome, dude, because it's, how Russians have like 46 words for snow. Like, you know what I mean? Different cultures have different stuff. I'm starting to be able to see gradations.
Yes, very much. So
no one even noticed. If I hadn't brought it up, it would have just been a smooth. Just wanted to say congrats.
So I order a vodka Red Bull and because I was late to this event and my friends were already there. They had been drinking all day. I had work. So I come in, they're already drunk and partying. And I'm like, I got to get to this level. So I was like, can I get a vodka Red Bull and a shot of vodka on the side? I watch him pour the vodka Red Bull into a pint glass. And it was fully like up over 3/4 with vodka. And then truly he opens a new can of Red Bull and is like, I was like, cancel the shot. Yeah, it had me fucked up. But it's true about gay bars. It's true.
I might just start pre-gaming there. Just go
You should.
get two and then move on.
Yeah.
I don't want to come into a space where I'm not or I'm like taking away.
Yeah, you should like just take advantage of spaces that were made for people who aren't you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's my right as a straight white man, right?
You can. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Overall,
I think we're changing the name.
Next week I want to talk to you about Portal.
Good boys. La 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 la. Good boys.